5 years, 11 special sets, cheapest to most expensive. Let's rip them open. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chasing the Zard. Today we're going to open up every special set from the last 5 years from cheapest to most expensive. We're going to do 2 packs from each set, and also we're going to do a little bit of a tier list. See how we feel about these sets after we open them. And let's get right into it with our first set, Pokemon Go, coming in at $11.26. Now this is actually the very first set that I opened on this channel. So when we rank it, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of nostalgia. I can't help that. It's just going to happen. But $11.26, this used to be like the bargain, bottom of the barrel set. But some good cards in here. Radiant Charizard, Mew V alternate art. I haven't pulled that one, love to. Also a Mew V-Star Rainbow Secret Rare, Dragonite V-Star Secret Rare. So not a crazy set, but solid. We have Slowpoke, Radiant Venusaur, definitely take that, and Melmetal V full art, so double hit to start, that's fantastic. And pack number 2. Now let's talk about where we're going to rank this. Although I think there's also some points in its favor, and some points against it. Now first off, it is a very small set. There's not as much to pull in here as you would like. The hit rates they're okay, they're not amazing. So that's something to keep in mind, but it does have the radiance of the big 3 starters, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. Also, it does have the Peelable Ditto, which is just fun. We haven't ever had a card like that, and I don't think we've had one since. So, some points in its favor. We have Squirtle, Bidoof, and also mention a lot of these arts are actually really good. The Beebrel especially it's a fun one. We have Meltan, Slowbro Reverse, and Slacking V. So actually hitting both packs. As I recall, this was a decently generous set, but nothing amazing. Now ranking Pokemon Go, I feel like it's middle of the road, probably a little bit higher for me than most people because I have a nostalgia. First set opened in a long time. It has a bunch of the Kanto Pokemon I love. Radiant Charizard is awesome. I love this one better than Crown Zenith. But I think it's gonna be, we're gonna start out with C tier. That's what it's gonna be. It's not the best set on here, and it certainly is not the worst. Now our number 2 set today is Ascended Heroes, believe it or not, only going for about $13.55 a pack right now. It has dropped recently. It was up to $16, almost $17 like 2 weeks ago, but the Focus Fighters Premium Collections have really helped drop that down, and there'll be more product coming out, so I expect this to get cheaper. But Ascended Heroes. Now this is an extremely crazy set. It's been hard to find. I don't know why I'm trying to do pack trick here. I guess we could for the next one, because there is a chance for God Pack in these, which is part of why it's so crazy. But yeah, Ascended Heroes, obviously the top in here is the Mega Gengar EX SIR. It also introduced Mega Attack Rares, which I think is a point in its favor. Of course, those are something that I had back in XY, but they're done a little better here, I think, and they're having their own rarity like that is pretty good, so definitely a point in its favor. We have Bisharp Reverse, Pignite Reverse, and Groudon Regular Hollow. And our second pack of Ascended Heroes. Now one thing I will be taking into account with this a little bit is the value you're getting for your money, and like what are the odds you can hit something really crazy. Ascended Heroes has a lot of crazy hits. So with pack prices going down, I think that's going to go a little bit more in his favor here. And of course, there's also hits like the Pikachu EX, SIR, the Trikachu, this is the Kawaii Pikachu, there's 2 of them. There's also the Mega Dragonite, but let's not forget the Mega Charizard Y, Mega Hyper Rare, the gold card. That along with the regular double rare, I still need to pull, so that's one of the reasons I'm opening this today. But yeah, a lot to pull in here. I think this is going to do pretty well on our list. I don't know if it's S tier. Just because the hit rates aren't that good, but it's definitely up there. We have Swirlix Reverse, Meditite Reverse, and Ultra Ball Full Art. Okay, not terrible, something new. Now for the ranking, in my mind, Ascended Heroes fits pretty solidly in the A tier. It is almost S tier, and if it was easier to get product and it wasn't as scalped so hard and the market price wasn't so high, I could open more, I would put this in the S tier because there'd be a lot more fun in opening it, but because it's hard to get, it's just not always as fun, and you don't get to have the chance to get those really good hits because it's hard to get packs, and you need a lot of packs to get those. So for me, it goes into the A tier, but definitely let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of these rankings, and let me know yours in the comments. Our third set of the day is Shrouded Fable, sitting at $14.66. This is the cheapest special set from Scarlet and Violet. Alright, so pull up my stats here. Shrouded Fable was making a little bit of a comeback recently. I think there was in booster boxes at Target, or booster bundles, sorry, at Target. Again, these are all special sets. None of these products have a booster box. If you see one, it's fake. They have booster bundles that have 6 packs, but no full 36 pack boxes. Please don't fall for that. But Shrouded Fable, top hit in here is the Persian illustration rare. Typically, it's kind of weird when a set has SIRs and gold cards, and the top card is a illustration rare, but it does happen. A lot of these Scarlet Violet era sets are actually like that, because they have a lot of illustration rares, and they're somewhat harder to pull because there's so many. The second top card in here is the basic Darkness Energy gold, and then we have the Houndoom and the Dust Skull, so again, more illustration rares. Alright, we have Houndoom reverse, Yveltal reverse, and Cresselia regular holo, and our second pack. And it's not surprising me that the illustration rares in the set are more expensive, because there are some really good ones. There's the whole Dust Skull line with Dust Gold, Dusclops, Dust Noir. There's the Zorua. The Persian is a fantastic card. Also, I think the Beware is just funny and cool. Same with the Cresselia. Loves to flying through the air, but the SIRs are kind of where it falls down. They're all kind of like a really similar art style, with the Peccarunt, the Okidogi, and also the Monkey Dory and the Fezandipity. They're just not interesting enough, and I guess the Pokemon owners will like that it just didn't do as well. So that's kind of why this special set's going to rank a little bit lower, though it did have some really cool secondary products. We have Meowth reverse, Croagunk reverse, and Monkey Dory EX, so at least we're getting hits out of stuff. Now for ranking Shrouded Fable, I don't feel like this is going to be a high rank. No, it can't be. But because of the great art it has in the illustration rare area, and also the great secondary products, the Kingdra box, there was also a Greninja like box with some really cool art styles, some secondary products that kind of elevated a little bit. It's gonna be D tier for me. I know seeing Pokemon Go is C tier and this one at D tier is probably a little shocking, but again, I told you there's a little bit of nostalgia going on there. So tell me your list, and we'll argue it out in the comments. And the fourth set we're opening today is Prismatic Evolutions, sitting at $14.68. Yeah, that's a whole 2 cents more expensive than Shrouded Fable. By the time this video comes out, they could have swapped for all I know. We're gonna go with what it is when we do the opening. So, number 4, Prismatic Evolution. We'll be careful. There could be a God Pack in here. Oh wow, look at the print on that. That is completely off. Just that one though, interesting. I guess that's an error card. And that is the energy card. But yeah, there's a chance for God Pack in these too. So a lot of later special sets, you'll see there's a chance for God Pack. There's like 3 of them in total. The rest do not. I will be curious to see with the 30th anniversary set coming up, which obviously will not be opening today. Will those have God Packs? I think there's 6 cards in a pack, so it'll be really interesting to see. But obviously, the top set card in here is the Umbreon EX SIR, one we have not pulled. But if you get a God Pack, you can get the whole evolution line with Eevee, all those 9 SIRs. I also do Demigod Packs. Those we have pulled and gotten, I think, the Vaporeon and I want to say Flareon SIRs. That was a fun time. Alright, we have Bug Catching Set reverse, Fezandipity reverse, and Whimsicott regular holo. And our second pack. Now we've talked about the positives of this set. Let's talk about the negatives. This set caused so many issues. This is like this and Surging Sparks, the sets that kicked off all the market craziness, everyone going for that Umbreon that has become the crazy scalper nightmare escape we currently live in. Started basically with this set, and the fact this set it's hard to get pulls. There's no illustration rares in the set. That said, they did Pokeballs and Master Balls, which I hate them. That's a negative in my eyes for this set. But the lack of illustration rares was, I think, a huge misstep. And it made this set just not fun to open. My kids open it. Oh, we got a Leafeon Pokeball. My kids try to open it, and they just get nothing all the time. Like, illustration rares would have made that a lot more fun. And we just don't have it. And also, it's hard to get product. Noibat Reverse and Umbreon non-holo rare. Now for ranking Prismatic Evolutions, I'm torn. I feel like this is so close to an F tier set just because all the negative stuff that happened with it and what it did to the market and how hard it is to get pulls. But the fact that it has the God Packs and so many good SIR arts, all the evolutions are really what saves it. Just barely gets it up to a D tier set. I really want to give it the F grade, but I feel like it gets the D. The fifth set we're looking at today is Shining Fates, coming in at $15.22. Now, obviously, if you don't know, this set does have a Shining Charizard. It is one that I do need to pull, the Shiny Charizard VMAX. If we could pull today at these two packs, that'd be great. I'd never open this set again. But as shiny sets go, it's a rough set. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hidden Fates was a better set. Paldean Fates, far better set. The hit rates aren't great for this, and just the shiny Pokemon they chose, they missed a lot of like the easy like Kanto starters or Pokemon people love, and even like they just missed on a lot of them. I feel like there's a Charizard in here, but there's no Charmander, Charmeleon. This would have been a great place to maybe do a shiny Squirtle, shiny Bulbasaur, that line. We have never seen those before, and they just fully focused on Galar probably a bit too much. All right, we have Cacnea, Shinx Reverse, and Birdkeeper Full Art Trainer. All right, something from the regular set. Now in pack number 2. But yeah, I just feel like it's a missed opportunity with this set. Again, they did far better in Paldean Fates, and Hidden Fates before this was better, although apparently like further print runs, the hit rates were not great, which I think the only thing I've opened has been the worst hit rate boxes for that, so I understand how that feels. All right, do we get a shiny out of this? We have Trapinch, Rotom Reverse, and Glain Reezing regular holo, so nothing too great there. Now we might shock some people with this. Shining Fates it's F tier. It's just what it is. It does have a great Charizard in there, but it's not like a new art. It's just a different color palette on art we already had. And just all the rest of the hits in there underwhelming. It does have like a fun kind of Ditto VMAX shiny, but that's really it. I know it has some decent full art trainers. Like I think there's a Skyla in here, Birdkeeper, but it's not special enough as a special set. So this is an F tier set, especially with like the value you get out of these packs. Like this is probably, along with Pokemon Go, probably the worst value possible for the packs you're opening. The sixth special set we're opening today is White Flare, coming in at $15.41. Now I know some people might be crying foul here. This is part of a dual set with Black Bolt, but they are separate sets. They have completely different things in them. We're just gonna treat them like a separate set. And yeah, so White Flare was White Flare, Black Bolt were the last Scarlet and Violet sets. Not really related to Scarlet and Violet that much. It was kind of interesting they did that. I think Crown Zenith was a way better closer for Sword and Shield. Cosmic Eclipse was a great finisher for Sun and Moon. So on and on and on. But there are some fun hits in here. There's the Monochrome Red Victini, the Monochrome White Reshiram, which that one we have pulled. So had a little bit more fun with this set. But there's an illustration rare and SIR for every Pokemon in this set. Same with Black Bolt, so that's a really fun concept that I hope they do again. We have Cofagrius Pokeball Reverse, Stella in Reverse, and Hydreigon EX. And pack number 2. Another thing to point out is that this set does have God packs. Not one I've ever pulled. They do not have demigod packs though, just full God packs, which we do not have here. So that is another plus in the positive column. I don't know why it's like double plus. I don't know. It's just a point in the good column for it. But however, it does have Pokeballs and Master Balls. That's something that carried over from Prismatic that I hate. And again, please don't do this again, Pokemon. No more multiple 3 different variants of reverse hollows, because I'm never master setting this at any point because of that. Same with Prismatic. It's hard enough to get pulls because this has a pretty like regular set hit rate almost, but the extra reverse hollow variants just make me not even want to try. We have Rock and Roller Reverse, Simisear Reverse, and Zoroark regular hollow. Now for me, this is solidly in the B tier. A few things keep me out of the A, S tier range, which would be the Pokeballs and the Master Ball variants. Please, again, stop doing those Pokemon. Please stop. The hit rates not being as generous as they should be, I think, I really feel like for a special set, especially when to close out a gen. And then as well, if I knew this gen a little bit better, they would rank higher in my personal tier list. And the 7th set we're opening today, sitting at $15.66, is, no surprise here, Black Bolt. Now this is basically a very similar set to White Flare, except none of them have the same Pokemon or the same trainers. They are technically completely different sets, but immensely related as they cover the same gen, and they just basically split in half. So I think there's 2 sets of starters in one set of starters in the other. So you get the general idea. But this one does have, it also has its own Red Victini, which is an interesting choice. But the Monochrome Zekrom EX, and in black, it looks awesome. And the Zekrom EX SIR also looks pretty good. There's not too many other EXs that I'm super crazy about in this for the SIRs, but it's a decent set. We have Tympole Pokeball Reverse, Deogen Reverse, and Meloetta EX Full Art. There's a decent one. And our second pack. Now, I do feel like there is less kind of stuff I want to hit in here, so it almost makes it rank a little bit lower in my mind. Not 100% sure on that, but we shall see. Once we get to this pack, I'll make up my mind. But there's some good arts in here. There's also there's the Asaki Ito Crochet Audino, which is really cool. I think there's also the Yukamori Kling Klang. That's a clay one. My wife collects both of those, so this is a set more interesting to open. And also, this came from a booster bundle. My wife opened 2 packs. Well, I opened one and she opened one. We got nothing. My kids opened up and both got an EX, and one got the Cupchew illustration rare. So I'm pretty sure they stole the hits from this. So we did get that Meloetta. Let's see if we get anything in this last pack. We have Air Balloon, another Pokeball Reverse. So many of those. Ends Plan Reverse, and Landorus regular hollow. Now for ranking Black Bolt, again, this is a dual set with White Flare. I can recognize that my personal preference of there not being as much stuff I want to hit in this set. It's not going to drop it down for me. It's also not going to raise it up. There's nothing extraordinary in here that's going to get it out of the B tier that White Flare is currently in. So obviously this is a B tier set along with its dual set White Flare. Alright, now pack price is going to jump up a little bit because our next set is Paldean Fates at $23.59. Now I feel like this is a shiny set done right. It has a lot of the classic hits in there. It has a Charizard EX SIR, which I need to pull. It's one of the reasons I want to open this. And I have more to open at some point in the future. I'll probably have to get some more if I'm being honest. But it also has the Bubble Mew top card in this set. I did pull that, and it has since gone to my wife because she collects Mews, so I feel like I'm not going to master set this. There's really no reason for me to keep it. But yeah, it has a lot of good baby shinies. It has the Pikachu, Snorlax. It has the Charmander, Ditto, the Mimikyu, and we do get a Tinkatuff baby shiny to start. Paldean Student, and Annihilate regular holo. On pack number 2. Now it also has shiny ultra rares, a lot of trainers, and only 3 illustration rares. At least it has illustration rares, but if you've opened up a bunch of this, you really get tired of the full art trainers and the illustration rares really fast. Like, I don't know, 2 or 3 more illustration rares would have made this a lot more bearable, and like, I don't know, just not hitting the trainers as much. So that I think that keeps it out of S tier, even though this is a fantastic set. It has some negatives that I can't get by them. We have Annihilate Reverse, Charmeleon Reverse, and Noivern EX Double Rare. Now I want to rank Paldean Fates higher because it's just like the polar opposite of Shiny Fates. It's so much better. But there's a few things that keep it at the top tier for me. Again, having only 3 illustration rares is a definite downfall. It should have had more. Also, the hit rates for the SIRs, they say it's like 1 out of like 70, 90 packs, but it's not. I feel like it's really hard to hit. Even though there's only 3 SIRs, in all the packs I've opened, it's probably well over 100. I've hit 1. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm nearing 200 packs of that, because it used to be cheap, easy to get. But if the hit rates were a little bit more generous, and definitely like the baby shinies, there's a lot of them. There's like 120 plus. They're not too hard to hit, but there's so many that the ones you want, it makes it hard to get them. So for me, this is a B tier set along with White Flare and Black Bolt. The 9th set we'll be opening is Crown Zenith, sitting at $25.13. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite set I've ever opened. I haven't opened a lot of sets. I've opened up pretty much everything since, like every Sword and Shield set, a few Sun and Moon, but everything since Sword and Shield I've opened, and this is the most fun set. It has a ton of great hits in the Galarian Gallery, the gold cards, and I've been doing a master set of this. We have 1 card left, the Golden Arceus. I have acquired all the other cards through buying online or trading at card shows, so I will be doing a video of that at some point, but we still do need that gold Arceus, so we could pull today, that'd be great. But the hit rates for this set is like 1 out of every 2 packs you get a hit. It's that good, so hopefully we should get 1 hit here today at least. We have Absol Reverse and Volcarona non-holo rare. And pack number 2. I feel like not just to spite me, this isn't gonna have any hits in it, because that would be somewhat funny. But yeah, there's a ton of good hits in the Galarian Gallery. There's the Mewtwo V-Star, which I thankfully did pull. That was such an awesome card. But there's multiple Charizards. There's a Radiant Charizard, Charizard V-Star, and a regular Charizard V. All kind of reprints, except the Radiant Charizard is a new art, I believe. And yeah, just like so many good hits. Hopefully we get 1 here today. We have Pawniard, Young Goose. Oh, we're not going to get 1, are we? I jinxed myself. And a regular holo. No. Now we do have to rank this set. That opening was, I was expecting at least 1 hit. That's uncharacteristic for Crown Zenith. Typically, it's a much better hit rate. If you don't believe me, please go back, check my previous videos. It just hits all the time, everywhere, except for that. That came from Mini Tin, so that was just a dud Mini Tin, sadly. But this is an S tier set. This is what, if you ever have a chance to open this, you know what kind of fun it is to open. It's just you get hit after hit. There's even double hits in this because it is a Sword and Shield era set. All the arts look fantastic, pretty much. So despite this bad opening of it, that's an S tier set. It is the top special set so far. Now the second most expensive set we're opening today, because we have 11 total. The 10th set is 151, just a little bit more expensive than Crown Zenith, sitting at $28.06. Now, if you are unfamiliar with 151, first off, where have you been? What have you been doing? I don't know how you can be. This is a set that just had a stranglehold on much of the TCG and collector market for a good bit. It was thankfully not impossible to get. There was some scalping going on, but it was obtainable for a long time. It was even discounted at times. And there's just so many good hits in there. This is the, obviously, 151 refers to the original 151 Pokemon from Kanto. It has the Charizard EX SAR, the Blastoise, the Venusaur, a lot of really good hits. Alright, we have Horsey Reverse, Giovanni's Charisma Reverse, and Starmie Regular Holo. And on to pack number 2. Now this is another set that I was doing a master set of. I have since I last opened it, I have acquired all the cards I need to complete this master set. It is not a full Grandmaster set, there's still some Play Series cards that I will probably never get, and I think a Professor's Program card that is ungodly expensive. But, you know, I had to buy the Squirtle, the Pikachu, I could not pull those, and the Ivysaur, and also the Full Art Ninetales and the Full Art Arbok. So, I have them now. I'll do a video at some point showing those, but let's see if we can get a hit here. We have Nidorino Reverse, Charmander Illustration Rare, there we go, and Venusaur EX Full Art, double hit. That's 151, it's fun. Now would I rather pull the Pikachu here? Yes, I would have, because my wife needs one, but this is definitely our top hit for today. So where should we rank 151? Now I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about the set because they aren't super crazy about Kanto. They're kind of tired of it. Of course, you know, it's Charizard again. I never hear people complain about the number of Pikachu's cards there are, but alas, we do need to give this set a ranking. The fact that it has really good hit rates, it has a lot of fun arts in there, especially with the different lines for like Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and it's just always been fun to open. And for me, it's just like, it's Kanto, it's special, it's what I grew up with. So definitely S tier for me. I don't think it could be anywhere else. And now we're on to the final set we're opening today, the most expensive pack, Celebrations, at $41.65. And man, these have jumped with the interest in the 30th anniversary set coming out. I think a year ago these were like 15 bucks a pack. And you could still find random Celebration products in stores. But that is dried up now. People are interested in these anniversary sets. I think Generations is ungodly expensive. But yeah, Celebrations, our last set. Now these packs are a little bit different. They are not the regular number of cards. They only have 4. But they do have a classic collection that does have the original base set Charizard in there, along with a bunch of other fun hits. And all these are holo too. I think 30th anniversary is going to be 6 cards in the pack, and like the last one's always a Pikachu, which should be a lot of fun. We have Reshiram, and then we have Zacian V. And pack number 2. Now there are some fun hits in here besides the Charizard. There is the Umbreon Gold Star in the Classic Collection, also Mega Rayquaza, Shiny Magikarp. The Birthday Pikachu is really fun. I pulled some of those. I need to pull some. I think I need to pull like 1 or 2 more to cover my whole family. But there's also a secret Shiny Mew in the regular collection as well. All right, let's see. We have Zekrom, Yveltal, and Professor's Research. So nothing too crazy in Celebrations. So yeah, with Celebrations, I feel like we're pretty solidly in the B tier. It has some fun stuff to hit. It's fun to open because it's different. There's less cards. They're all holo. But it doesn't have a good enough hit rate or enough interesting cards outside the Classic Collection to get it into the A or S tier. And now we do have our tier list. In the F tier at the bottom, we have Shining Fates. At the D tier, we have Shrouded Fable and Prismatic Evolutions. The C tier just has Pokemon Go. I guess that's just, you know, middle of the road. It's there. It's kind of fun. And the B tier, we do have White Flare, Black Bolt, Paldean Fates, and Celebrations. All solid sets, but nothing truly exceptional. In the A tier, we do have Ascended Heroes. Now, my opinion on this could change because there's still products coming out. We have tins as for Ascended Heroes coming out at the end of August. We'll have more, I'm sure there's something else coming out after that because they kept doing Crown Zenith 151 products, even Paldean Fates products for like a year plus after this came out. So I won't be surprised if we see more, especially after the holidays. But for right now, this solid A tier set. It's a good set. And finally, the S tier. If you watch my channel, you're not surprised by the fact that it's Crown Zenith and Scarlet and Violet 151. And that does it for today's opening. Good number of hits out of all our special sets. We had 22 packs, we got 12 hits, better than 1 out of every 2, strangely enough. But yeah, definitely let me know if you enjoyed me doing this kind of video. I had fun with it. It would have been fun to do like a few more packs of each, like 3 or 4, but that would be a lot. I don't have that many for some of these, so not really tenable, unfortunately. But yeah, let me know. Definitely let me know in the comments, what is your ranking? Do you disagree with mine? If you want to make your own tier list, post it. Definitely, at me, and so I can check it out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.